Is it rolling right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Hello. Here we are at Taylor Mountain here in Sonoma County, California. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm here with my good soul brother, Taylor, and he'd like to introduce himself.
I'm Taylor, and I've known Austin for a while now, and these past couple months has been really helping me understand the sole purpose that we have as human beings have on this earth, and the potential that really all of us have inside of us to be
In touch with nature.
Thank you.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
let our soul shine.
exactly. So yeah, we thought a video was in order to kind of help others kind of like come into view and come in contact with the ability and the power that we all have
As divine beings.
as divine beings, as human beings, with all of our flaws, all of our negatives, all of the positives, all the light, all the dark that we all have, and why we have it, and why we have this responsibility to really follow our passions and follow what we love, follow what we find so divine, whatever that is, whatever we think that is, so beautiful.
It'll be unique to us all, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So, as unique as each person is, that is going to be different. But it's like just understanding really what it is that you love and what it is that moves you and what it is that you're emotional about. Ambitious about what you're passionate about, but it's hard to just be like, oh, I'm passionate about this. But it's like, it's really about letting yourself be vulnerable enough to letting that come to you.
Yeah, being open especially.
Exactly.
The more that we're open, the more our senses are able to grasp the tangibles in which we can prosper. And we each have a vision. The tangibles help us achieve our dream. Should we start talking about the big picture?
Yeah.
Big picture. How society is today. What was the big
Right. Well, I mean, you were just talking about a good subject of conversation is like the tangible dreams and the intangible ones, and like what really we strive for, and like our goals and stuff, and like what to choose as a dream. It's like it's important to choose I think a slightly intangible dream, because if you're thinking like, oh, this is possible, then you're definitely not thinking far enough. But then it's also important to keep that in check, because you don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking be a famous movie star and just have no reason behind that, no passion behind that, and just get caught up in that.
Yeah, it's like
It's important to find the balance. Well, balance is a whole conversation zone, but you know.
Yeah, so when it comes to figuring out the dream that each unique being has, it's important that your full body is aware of it and is vibing with it. And it's like, yeah, if I go forth, even if it's intangible, as you have the intention, you soon start to realize how you can achieve it.
Right, exactly. And what's unachievable? Like, let's talk about one of my slightly unintangible dreams. Is like really finding. I think it's unintangible. Finding a compassionate society again, right? A large, finding the fucking loving society, the non-corrupted by monetary greed society that had to have been existing at one point in time, if it was with the Mayans or the natives here before America got discovered or whatever. But it's like we need to hone in on that. I'm not saying we're gonna ban money, because that's too late. But we need to we need to do the best we can to like find like
The harmony.
the harmony again. Exactly.
Right. It seems to me as if it's like returning to nature and getting other people to return to nature.
The divine feminine.
The divine feminine, that's a huge phenomenon. That's about awakening to your emotional body and realizing we all are like a web of life. And when one person has a motive to achieve their dream, they are pumping life force energy out, and that just helps everyone else out. So don't ever worry about
How contagious energy like that is. The fucking-
love.
That conscious energy that is really just spreads like a beautiful disease.
Yeah, what does that look like? I know, like, when I go out to parties or events and I see myself envisioning my dream and I try to achieve it, because my dream is to pretty much what yours is, to find a compassionate society, really for us all to return to a state of nature, finding our
State
minds.
of divinity.
Yeah, our minds need
As
to
far off as that is.
our minds need to come back in touch with our hearts, you know? Like,
Right.
we've created a world outside
We've
of
let
Earth.
ourselves get so far like out of who we really are as humans, and like
Yeah.
we've lost so much. We've lost contact with really who we should be as fucking human beings, and like we've gotten too caught up in our current society that has all this shit put on us.
Yeah, it's like not in touch with nature at all, because we can see that how our society has eliminated so many life forms, has really accelerated the rate of global warming, and it's just
Oh man, yeah. Global climate change and our ignorance to it as a society is definitely another video, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking sickening. It's fucking sickening.
so the simplicity of aligning yourself with nature is just letting your mind fall back into your core being, and your core being may be traumatized because of all the fucked up shit that's happened, because
That
the
you've been a part
byproduct
that
of
you've
society.
seen, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
Society exposes to.
let your mind run through those cycles of becoming back in touch with your core being, and just let yourself
Be
feel it.
vulnerable enough.
Yeah, let yourself feel it. You'll clear away everything in time. You'll find that balance once again with nature, and you'll carry your weight essentially, and people will recognize that and start, like he said, it's contagious. People want to feel good, and the best way to feel good is be in tune with sovereign nature. Nature is what sustains all of this. Everything is
The
an
good of
emanation
humanity,
of the divine.
the good of humanity really should be a contagious feeling. Really is a contagious feeling. People want to be a part of. Happiness is a fucking tabletop term to just throw down quote unquote happiness. People want to experience happiness also.
They want to pursue their
And so many
dreams.
people get lost in following others and their perceptions of what happiness and God is. And so many people get caught, and so many people get thrown off and turned off by God so young
So
by
simple.
just seeing religion, and for the rest of their lives they're denying any kind of spirituality, any kind of outer power having any effect on them. And it's just sad to see, because that was me. I fucking was like the little antichrist atheist kid until I was like 17, 18.
So what does
started-
God mean to you now?
Well, I don't like to use the word God. I'm glad we're talking about this. God, it scares a lot of people off. You use God and people think of like Christianity or like Catholics. So I like to like make it clear that I'm talking about, and I also, spirituality is a weird word too, because that has a lot of
Superfluous, kind of like,
connotations under it
yeah.
as well. So if I can, I like to get the chance to try to explain myself about this power that I'm seeking, this beautiful energy, this beautiful force that I've come in contact with briefly a few times. First time I have come in contact with it was because of mushrooms. I was lucky enough. It was not the first time I've taken mushrooms. It was like half dozens, but wow, did I really feel like I got soaked in this like clarity. I can't really explain it, but and it's like so easy to forget to this
Like a
powerful connection, life force, energy that exists. Yeah, and it's so weird the clarity that I remember seeing it in the state. I was with a friend and we weren't even saying much. We were saying one word here, one word there, like this thing, feeling, and it was just amazing. And I've had a few other similars after that that kind of like dominoed off that feeling over the past couple years after that. But
It's like
yeah,
wholeness.
being susceptible to that reality, that other alternative state that we're capable of accessing.
The unity vibe.
Yeah, and I want to say like that feeling I had. That's what people have experienced, not on drugs or whatever, influenced by whatever that people call God. I really do believe like that was godlike, a godlike state.
Source of energy, it seems, that really united him and you under the power of grace.
So yeah, that's how I feel about God. I think that was really good topic to end on too.
Alright.
Good ending note.
I would just like to say, in your own life, reflect on your core being. Feel if you feel disconnected to yourself or if you feel connected to yourself. And if you feel disconnected to yourself, so if you feel connected or disconnected, let your mind ease into your core being. Let yourself feel peace with the energy that runs through you. Allow yourself to be connected to the bigger picture. It's not all about you, but when you find yourself, you could really contribute to the whole. Until you're ready for that, just love yourself, love what you do. The
Be
way to do is
vulnerable.
to be.
Be vulnerable to your emotions, the emotions that come to you, that flow through you.
Never be afraid to share your stories. The more you are received well, the more that you express yourself, the more you find out about yourself and your talents. Excuse how we just like teleported to a new place. The last video abruptly ended, but it's been real. It's been so real.
Till next time.
Wow, straight up orbs.